The guy shot his younger brother with an arrow straight in the chest. Samuel collapsed to the ground instantly. Then he stood over him and said, "Let me see how you'll still be Papa's favorite child. I hope the gods reject your soul." Then he left him there, bleeding, and walked away like nothing happened. On his way back, he caught a rabbit. When he got home, he presented the rabbit to his father, but instead of praise, his father became furious. "Out of all the animals in the bush, it is only rabbit you could catch? You are a very lazy child. I'm disappointed in you. If it was your younger brother Samuel, he would have done better. He's always more hard-working than you." That statement hit him hard. Angry and frustrated, he dropped the rabbit and walked inside. While in his room, he kept muttering to himself, "Samuel this, Mama Samuel that. Why not let me rest? Samuel is not better than me." His anger kept building. "Let me see what Samuel will bring today," he said. Time passed. Hunting time was already over, but Samuel still hadn't returned. Now the father became worried. He started searching around the compound and nearby houses, calling his name. Then he came back and asked David, "Where is your younger brother, Samuel?" David replied calmly, "I don't know. Maybe he went deeper into the forest." "Am I my brother's keeper?" The father frowned. "You both should always stay together. What if something has happened to him?" They kept searching, but found nothing. The father became even more worried, praying silently that nothing bad had happened, hoping Samuel would still return. Later that night, David went back to his room and laid down. But that night, something happened. We was visited, but not by human, but by something unimaginable. And that's just the beginning of the story. As he was sleeping, the spirit of his brother rose up behind him, silently watching. Suddenly, he woke up and saw it. Fear gripped him instantly, and he jumped out of his bed in shock, breathing heavily. He looked around, but nothing was there. Everything was gone. It felt like a dream. But deep down, something didn't feel right. Something was wrong, and what was coming for him was bigger than he could ever imagine. Morning came, and the tension in the house was still heavy. His father was restless and worried, unable to stay calm, but he tried to act normal. He sat down to eat, but suddenly his father approached him, angry, grabbed the food and threw it away. "You don't know anything. All you care about is food," he replied. "Calm down. Samuel is a grown man. Let's wait a little longer." The father snapped, "Lie!" Then paused, his face changing. "I can feel it in my spirit. Something is wrong," he quickly said. "Bring the lamp. Let's go and look for him." They went deep into the forest, searching, calling his name, looking everywhere, but found nothing. The deeper they went, the heavier the silence became. The father grew more worried, but he kept urging him, "Let's go back. Maybe he's already home." After searching for a long time, they returned home empty. That day, no one went anywhere. The next morning, villagers came carrying a body. It was his brother, lifeless. The father rushed forward, crying, shouting, holding him, trying to wake him. "Wake up! Wake up!" But there was no response. He cried and cried, until suddenly he stopped. Everything went quiet. His face changed from pain to something darker, something dangerous. David, the elder brother who killed his younger brother, stood there watching, not knowing that what his father was about to do next was far worse than anything he had imagined. Samuel was brought home dead. The rituals were done. He was buried. In the middle of the night, the father walked into the compound and wept bitterly. He cried out to the gods that whoever killed his son should be cursed and fed to the wild animals of the jungle. Inside the house, David muttered to himself, "Killing my younger brother never solved anything. All I ever wanted was for my father to love me and pay attention to me, the same way he did to Samuel. And that was the truth." Let me take you back. From the time they were kids, the father always cared more about Samuel, gave Samuel a bigger portion of food. He always praised Samuel. He always loved Samuel. But towards David, he was harsh, rude, and quick to punish David. David saw all of it, he felt all of it, and now he feels guilty for killing his brother. One and all he ever wanted was to get the attention of his dad and be loved by him. Morning came. The father sat in the compound, weak, barely himself. David came out with his bow and arrow. "I'm going hunting," he said, and left. Deep in the forest, a lion jumped out of nowhere and attacked David, and David was killed. The gods had heard the father's prayer. They honored it. From that day, the father lived in misery, pain, and regret. Parents, love your children equally. They may not complain, but they see every preferential treatment you give their siblings. Like and follow us for more stories like this.